Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Young and the Restless. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Kyle refuses Victor's request, and Adam's shocking admission leaves Sally in tears. Jack arrives at home and tells Diane he just heard Faith Newman was in a car accident. He explains that Nick was with Fitness when he got the news, but she didn't have details. They worry about the impact on Nick and Sharon before talk turns to work. Diane says there are some people in the office questioning her right to be there. She suspects Kyle planted the seed before he left. Jack thinks that's plausible. Jack tells Diane about his run-in with Kyle at the club. Diane complains about their son being hateful. Jack would like to blame the mustache, but he thinks something deeper is going on. Diane agrees. Victor's not the root of their problems with Kyle. I am. Jack won't let her shoulder the blame for Kyle's behavior. Diane reminds Jack he promoted her over him and then sided with her when she fired him. Jack doesn't let the personal interfere with business decisions. Diane tells him to take Jabot out of it then. Kyle seemed to forgive her when she came back, but maybe he mistook gratitude for forgiveness. Maybe he's not past the horrible things she did. Kyle runs into Victor at the club bar. Victor makes him sit down and have a tequila with him. Kyle sighs. They cheers and Victor says he's pleased to hear that there's been progress between Kyle and Summer. He doesn't want it to be a distraction from him. Kyle learns that Victor has a favor to ask. Kyle wonders if it's about taking a jackhammer to Jabot. He's all in. On Crimson Light's patio, Billy tells Chelsea it's too soon to know if he can forgive her. She understands. She's just hoping he'll hear her out. Billy says he's listening. Chelsea can see how deeply she's hurt him. She didn't want to hurt him or cause him pain, but she's betrayed him. She keeps asking herself how she could let this happen. Billy quips, "Have you found any answers?" Chelsea goes on about how he saved her. She asks if she can sit out there with him. Billy thinks they should talk. They've been running from this for long enough. He knows she was on the verge of confessing many times. It killed him to see her go through that. It was Adam keeping her quiet. Chelsea says the choice ultimately fell to her. She tells him she loves him. He loves her too, which is why this is crushing him. Chelsea hates this and wants to fix this. Billy tells her it's one thing that she slept with someone else. It's a whole other that it was Adam. At Adam's place, Sally comes downstairs with a backpack. He gawks. "You're leaving?" He tries to stop her from leaving because he's afraid if she walks out that door he'll never see her again. Sally responds, "We're making this about you again." Adam tells her he can't lose her. Sally finds this rich when she repeatedly worried she was losing him and kept blaming herself. She was afraid to remind him of the anniversary of their daughter's death because she didn't want to upset him. She was convinced that she'd done something wrong. All of this was about protecting himself, his pride, and his ego. Adam protests that it was about forgetting a stupid mistake. It was a drunken night that meant nothing. He wanted to pretend it never happened. Sally points out that she asked him point blank, and he looked her square in the face and said no, as though she were crazy to even consider it. Adam croons, "Sally, I love you, Olka. You have to know that." He's convinced they can get through this like other tough times. Sally warns him not to even compare his disgusting actions to the death of their daughter. Seriously, could you sink any lower? Adam insists that's not what he meant. He'd never diminish Ava's passing, ever. He was talking about him being a jerk to her, pushing her away like an idiot. He promised himself that when they got back together he'd never let her go again. Sally snips, "No, you just cheat on me behind my back and hope I never find out." Adam tells her she makes him a better person. Sally informs him that if he needs someone else to make him a decent human being, he never had a shot in the first place. He showed his true colors. Adam insists she brings out the best parts of him despite his mistake. He covered it up to prevent this from happening. Sally hollers that this wasn't altruistic. He lied to her for weeks and made her feel bad for doubting him. Adam hollers that he loves her so much that he just didn't want to hurt her. Sally cries, "But you did, Adam, and made me a fool in the process. How can you say you love me and make me feel this way?"